Speaker.
The Honourable Judith Collins.
Mr Speaker, what a pleasure to be able to take a call on the Prime Minister's statement. Mr Speaker, it is with huge, I must say, I'm so delighted to be back as Minister of Police and Minister of Corrections, as well as obviously being the MP for Papakura. And I have to say, in the last couple of months where I've been coming back into the role, it's been so good to go and visit police and corrections, and also to have a look at some of the other work that's going on, but also to be back in helping to make decisions around where we go to from here, because we have had some amazing achievements in the whole justice sector in the last 6-7 years. And when I think about the fact that we are now at the lowest recorded crime rate since 1978, we have reduced the number of offences, as in the whole of government and all of the wonderful agencies working with us, by 100,000 over the last 5 years. It is a tremendous achievement, and I would just like to sing out basically a bit of praise for the police and the corrections and all the other agencies, NGOs, as well as the government agencies working together to bring that about. We have crime rates down, we have youth crime down, we have all of those areas down, but one area I think that we have all felt that we need to get better progress in is in family violence. And if we look at family violence, I know that this is a real topic in our entire justice sector. The reason it is because actually family violence leads to more violence. One of the things that we've done today is to make some announcements, my colleague Anne Tolley and myself, around gangs. And in my particular announcements around the Gang Intelligence Centre, that's based at police, but works across a whole raft of agencies, from MSD to corrections to immigration to customs and others as well. And what it does is it really goes after and targets gangs. You might say, why would we do that? Why am I saying that in the same breath as I'm talking about family violence? Well, actually, Mr Speaker, there's a very good reason. 60% of children who grow up in gang homes are the victims of family violence. So that's 60%, so much so violent that child, youth and family are involved. So you're not talking about a smack on the hand, we're talking about children being abused and or neglected. So much so that child, youth and family is involved. That's a pretty staggering thing to say, isn't it? And if we go to the prisons and talk to the prison directors, who used to be called prison managers, but they're prison directors now, and I did that just the other day, they said to me that 90%, they believe 90% of all of the prisoners in our jails are there, and they have themselves been victims of family violence as children. If you look at, and I worked this out when I was first the Minister of Corrections, and I went and visited the women's prisons, and I found out a little bit about some of the prisoners there. And I'm sorry
to interrupt the Honourable Minister. The time has come for me to leave the chair for the dinner break. This debate is interrupted, and I shall resume the chair at 7:30.